In this episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Gad Saad, a professor and author, delves into a wide range of topics, including the current conflict between Israel and Palestine. Saad provides his perspective on the complexities of the situation, emphasizing the importance of understanding the nuances involved. He discusses the concept of equality of opportunities versus equality of outcomes, particularly in the context of casualties in war. He argues that intent plays a crucial role in assessing the morality of actions, pointing out that the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, may have different intentions than what is perceived based solely on the number of casualties. The conversation also touches on the issue of anti-Semitism and the prevalence of Jew hatred in certain communities. Saad shares personal experiences and examples of how anti-Semitic sentiments are normalized and perpetuated, even in seemingly unrelated contexts. He highlights the influence of social media and external forces in shaping public opinion and spreading divisive narratives. He suggests that there may be manipulation at play, leading to the amplification of extreme views and the erosion of trust in democratic processes. The discussion extends to the broader implications of the conflict between Israel and Palestine and the challenges of achieving peace in the region. Saad emphasizes the deep-rooted historical and ideological factors at play, highlighting the existential threat perceived by both sides. The conversation also touches on the current political landscape, with a focus on the trial of former President Trump. Saad expresses concern about the dangerous precedent set by prosecuting political opponents and the potential implications for future leaders. He also discusses the role of figures like George Soros in influencing political agendas and promoting divisive policies. Saad delves into the topic of cognitive rigidity and the challenges of changing one's opinions once they are firmly entrenched. He shares his observations from his academic career, where he encountered resistance to evolutionary psychology theories in certain academic circles. He emphasizes the importance of being open to revising one's beliefs in light of new evidence. He provides examples of historical figures who faced backlash for challenging prevailing beliefs, such as Semmelweis, who advocated for hand-washing in medical practice. The conversation then shifts to the topic of memory and how it is shaped by evolutionary pressures. Saad explains how memory biases can be influenced by factors like social dynamics and the need to remember the location of high-calorie foods. He illustrates how studying memory from an evolutionary perspective can provide insights into the adaptive functions of human cognition. He shares a fascinating study on crows' ability to remember and recognize human faces, demonstrating their remarkable intelligence and capacity for social learning. Saad shares a personal anecdote about receiving an invitation from the majority owner of Inter Miami to attend a game as a guest due to his deep appreciation for Messi. This experience leads him to reflect on the importance of having an open spirit and engaging with different aspects of life beyond academia. They touch upon the reluctance in academia to accept factors beyond a blank slate theory for human personality development, with Joe expressing curiosity about why some teachers are hesitant to acknowledge other influences. The conversation shifts to the stages academics go through before accepting a new theory, as outlined by JBS Haldane. Saad shares his experience as a pathological email hoarder, keeping emails from individuals who initially dismissed his work but later invited him to speak at events. They discuss the hopeful message of the blank slate theory, which suggests that individuals are infinitely malleable and can be shaped into various professions. Saad reflects on the impact of being a disseminator of knowledge through platforms like Joe Rogan's podcast, emphasizing the importance of reaching a wider audience beyond traditional academic circles. He highlights the value of synthesizing different ideas and engaging with diverse perspectives, citing his own journey of breaking out of the academic bubble to connect with a broader audience. The conversation touches on the interconnectedness of nature, with Saad mentioning research on soil DNA and the communication networks of fungi. They explore the role of plants in the ecosystem and the need for a balanced approach to agriculture that respects the natural environment. Joe shares personal anecdotes about his experiences with chickens and the ethical considerations of animal farming. The conversation shifts towards the potential of AI in medical diagnostics. Saad expresses surprise at the underutilization of AI in this field, considering its ability to process vast amounts of data and provide accurate diagnoses. He mentions the potential for AI to render human radiologists obsolete due to its superior pattern recognition capabilities. The discussion highlights the growing role of AI in various industries and the need to adapt to these technological advancements. The conversation also touches on the impact of AI on society and the potential for virtual reality to create immersive experiences. Saad and the host discuss the allure of virtual simulations and the potential for AI to create artificial realities that are indistinguishable from actual experiences. They explore the implications of AI in gaming and entertainment, as well as its potential to revolutionize various fields. Saad reflects on the evolution of technology and the rapid pace of advancements in AI. He mentions his interest in sniper games and the appeal of virtual simulations that allow individuals to experience different scenarios. The conversation delves into the potential for AI to transform industries and enhance decision-making processes. The discussion also touches on the ethical implications of AI and the need for regulations to govern its development and use. Saad and the host contemplate the future of AI and its impact on society, considering the potential for AI to surpass human intelligence and create unforeseen challenges. They discuss the need for a balanced approach to AI development, taking into account ethical considerations and potential risks. Saad also discusses another individual, David McCallum, who spent 29 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. Despite his wrongful incarceration, David maintains a positive outlook and refrains from harboring feelings of resentment or vengeance. He attributes his ability to remain optimistic to his sister, who suffers from cerebral palsy but still finds reasons to smile. These stories emphasize the resilience and positivity that individuals can exhibit in the face of adversity. Saad delves into the concept of pride as a sin, noting that it is the root cause of many other sins. He explains the distinction between positive pride, such as being proud of one's work, and negative pride, which involves excessive self-love and vanity. His insights on pride tie into his broader discussion on the importance of humility and the ability to change one's beliefs in light of new evidence. The conversation shifts to the impact of personal experiences on one's worldview. Saad reflects on his upbringing in Lebanon during a time of war and ideological conflict, which has shaped his aversion to tribalism and identity politics. His first-hand experience with the destructive effects of ideology underscores the dangers of rigid belief systems and the importance of critical thinking. Saad also shares a story about a homeless man he encounters regularly outside a butcher shop. Despite the man's seemingly stable appearance, Saad is unsure of his circumstances and contemplates striking up a conversation to learn more about his situation. This anecdote prompts a discussion on the complexities of human behavior and the importance of empathy and understanding. The conversation shifts to the concept of fame, with both Joe and Saad agreeing on the importance of staying true to oneself and not getting too caught up in the opinions of others. They discuss the challenges of dealing with negativity online and the importance of maintaining authenticity in interactions with people, both online and in person. Saad mentions a recent incident where he faced backlash from the Quebec community after making a light-hearted joke about the French-Canadian accent on the show. He reflects on the power of humor and the impact it can have on different audiences, highlighting the need to be mindful of cultural sensitivities. The discussion then delves into the topic of friendship and social networks, with Joe sharing insights on the importance of surrounding oneself with good friends and maintaining strong relationships over the years. He emphasizes the value of long-standing friendships with fellow comedians and the positive impact they have had on his life and career. Saad brings up the idea of Austin becoming a new intellectual and creative hub, drawing parallels to historical centers of innovation like Vienna and Florence. Joe acknowledges the vibrant creative scene in Austin, but cautions against overstating its significance compared to other cultural hubs like New York and Los Angeles. He highlights the diversity of talent and ideas present in different cities and the unique opportunities they offer for artistic expression. The conversation takes a turn towards the topic of plagues and pandemics, with Saad sharing insights from a recent book he read on the history of civilizations and their encounters with deadly diseases. They discuss the impact of past plagues like the Black Death and smallpox on human populations and the role of scapegoating in blaming certain groups, such as Jews, for the spread of diseases. They explore the origins of plagues and the transmission of viruses through fleas and rats, reflecting on the limited medical knowledge and treatments available during ancient times. They discuss the theories of ancient physicians like Galen and Hippocrates, who believed in outdated medical practices such as the theory of four humors. The conversation then shifts to historical practices such as head shaping and foot binding, highlighting the extreme lengths to which people have gone to conform to societal norms. Saad also mentions the Ray aliens, a group that believes Jews are extraterrestrials who landed in Jerusalem, and the potential influence of cult leaders on their followers. The discussion delves into the impact of fear of mortality on individuals and how people may seek comfort in alternative beliefs or ideologies. Saad emphasizes the complexity and mystery of human existence, citing examples from the subatomic world and the interconnectedness of all beings. The conversation then turns to the current political landscape, with a focus on the influence of tribalism and the demonization of political figures. Saad points out the aesthetic injury that can occur when individuals feel threatened by someone who does not fit the traditional mold of a leader. He also discusses the role of AI in potentially solving complex problems and making informed decisions based on data analysis. Saad introduces the concept of nomological networks of cumulative evidence, which involves gathering data from various disciplines, cultures, and time periods to support a specific argument. He suggests that AI could be used to build such networks and provide comprehensive insights into complex issues. The conversation touches on the potential dangers of advanced technology, including the development of robots that consume biological material for fuel. Saad speculates on the implications of such technology, including the possibility of robots fueled by human bodies on the battlefield.